3rd of January, and we're driving down to the coast. As you can see, the weather is not great today. It's raining. It was 11 degrees when we left home. It has gone up a little bit since we left. Well, this is according to the car anyway. And the temperature, we will expect it to rise the nearer we get to the coast, because it seems to work like that in winter. So where we are inland, it gets hotter in the summer and colder in the winter. Well, hello, we've got home now after our day out on the coast. Went down to see our friend, had some lunch and a good chinwag, and now we're back. Yes, our friend is from Finland, and they have a holiday apartment here. So why wouldn't you put it on the coast? Of course you would. Because you've got the holiday vibe, you've got hotels, you've got bars, restaurants, most people speak English down there, you've got the beach, you've got the sea, so it's a wonderful place to be when you're here on a temporary basis, like holidays and that kind of thing. So if ever you think about moving here though, you know, this is something that we're very familiar with, the holiday place, the holiday destination, because I'm sure we've all been. Unless you've explored inland Spain on your holidays, most of you will only be familiar with what goes on the tourist side of things down here on the coast. So if you're thinking of retiring to Spain at all, please, you know, check it out. But there is no utopia here. There's no one perfect place. There's an ideal place for you, an ideal place for me, but those ideals change as well with experience. So what I would say is, you know, if you come over and you want to start your life in Spain on the coast, then rent somewhere rather than buy in straight away, to give you that immersion, you know, into Spanish life and into life on the coast. Because it has lots of advantages, but it also has a few disadvantages. When the summer comes and the tourists arrive, it's very difficult to do what you do normally. So it's very difficult to park. It's very difficult to shop sometimes because the shops are heaving with people. So it has advantages and disadvantages. And until you actually know, and until you've lived the life, you won't know really what your ideal is, what you prefer. We lived on the coast for a couple of years. We moved within an hour of an airport. We were looking at those. We picked Malaga in the end, and we moved down by the coast, which was great. We had a good couple of years down there. We experienced everything because we had an apartment in the main square, near the church, near the town hall. We had all the stuff going on, everything, weddings, funerals, outside the town hall, demonstrations by the council workers. We had the ex-mayor, longest serving ex-mayor, laying in state in the town hall after he passed. We've had Zumba classes in the square, everything, and we enjoyed those experiences. And then along came COVID and everything went really quiet, very quiet. And we thought, well, this is quite nice, actually. This makes a very pleasant change. And that's why we decided that actually now the coast was no longer for us. We wanted to move inland a little bit and get away from all that hustle and bustle, which is what we did. And now we're inland. We're living in a Spanish community. We get very few tourists. Occasionally a coach will turn up, but it's a rarity. I'd imagine they're off cruises or something, and they've come to have a look at the Roman ruins or something like that. But yeah, most of the time we don't get any of that. However, we have no expectation that any shop, bar, restaurant is going to have English speakers in it. No, absolutely nothing at all. So you just have to get by, whether it's Google Translate, whether it's by what you've learned on Duolingo, or you've been to school or whatever it is, you get by. But of course it's a different experience because it's Spanish life. It's not Spanish Costa tourist life. So it's completely different really. So what I would say to anyone who's thinking of retiring to Spain, if you like the coast because that's what you're familiar with and you've holidayed there, then why not? Start there and enjoy it. But, you know, also explore other places, because after a while you may feel that you want to move away from that hustle and bustle and really get your teeth into Spanish living rather than living in a kind of holiday resort, in holiday mode, because that's what it seems to be a lot of the time. And yeah, everyone loves their holiday. They enjoy their 2 weeks or however long they come for. But, you know, sometimes you actually want to get away from all that. So bear that in mind. If you're going to retire, think about those things, do your research. There is no utopia, but we can certainly have a look at some of the places over the coming months. If anyone wants to go anywhere in particular, let me know, and if it's within easy reach, we might go there for the day and explore. So until tomorrow, take care. See you then. Bye for now.